Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here with Roland Dunlap. He'll be fighting at APFC 18, July 27th for the middleweight title. How's it going today?
Not too bad. Had a good day so far. Came in here, shot some stuff with you. Yeah. Excited for the fight, you know. Prepared. Not much more I can ask for, you know, just polishing up those last few touches on what my game plan is and ready to execute.
100%. So I know we were talking earlier, I was just prepping for this interview. Obviously I had to look at some of your fights, look into your background, and I saw you're a 4-time Wisconsin high school state placer, 2-time state champ, and you wrestled 1 year in college at UW-Whitewater, and you All-American as a freshman.
Yeah.
But then you go and watch one of your fights, and you look like you're a karate specialist.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
As far as like the karate, just growing up, I started doing karate with my dad when I was really young. My dad's a Shihan, so the mixed martial arts kind of played a big part of my life growing up. Just and I didn't really know it, you know. I just from karate to wrestling just as a kid, you know. Now it's just about putting it all together.
After your freshman year of college, you All-American as a freshman, and then you stopped wrestling.
Yeah. So I kind of just felt like after my freshman year, I just kind of fell out of touch with wrestling a little bit, and just kind of needed a new direction and kind of where I wanted to go. And I chose to go to the military. So my grandfather, he was in the military, so it was just kind of like something I was like kind of lost in a way, and just like didn't really know what steps I was gonna take, and I just went to the military instead and found a different direction and what I wanted to do. And actually while I was in, that's when I took the step to be like, maybe I should be fighting. You know, there's some gyms out in right off of base. Just I started doing like jiu-jitsu a little bit, and then the coach there, Adam Watts, he's like, you thought about fighting, pretty much, and then he's actually where I got my fight name from, The Dream. So kind of followed that path and kind of fell in love with fighting instead of just wrestling.
Yeah. So what do you consider like your stronger base between karate and wrestling?
I just find a happy medium in it, honestly. Like, if there's something I can take in the wrestling world into the fight, I'll take it. If there's an angle I can use with my like karate switch up style, I'll use that as well. You know, there's not really ever just a certain game plan like, oh, I'm going for a takedown. You know, I kind of give it the opportunity to open up where everything falls into the fight, you know, just not trying to say shoot, or just throw a lot of kicks, you know, just kind of like mix it up, and then whatever comes on the plate, eat it.
Yeah.
You know?
What about like training wise? So obviously everybody knows like wrestling's a grind. I don't know much about karate, but I'm sure it's.
As far as training, the style that I fight, it's kind of just opening your mind up to being a martial artist, and that's kind of where that stands with me. Definitely, it's not like a wrestling type of training. Yeah. You know, wrestling is very grit, hard to the bone, and karate's more like a finesse. Yeah. You know, you gotta stay light on your feet. You know, you gotta be able to move in different directions and set up different things. And that's kind of where I see myself capitalizing, is being able to mix the two worlds. Yeah. Because there's not really a lot of fighters that I see that have a wrestling background like I do, and can pull off a striking maneuvers, kind of the way that I move, you know, in using the karate forms and stances that I use it's a hard switch up.
So getting into like your fights, this will be your second fight for the APFC Middleweight title. Your last one was in December. Obviously, that ended by no contest.
Yeah.
Because of a grounded knee.
Yeah.
What going into this fight, what are you taking as like lessons that you've learned from that last fight?
What I took from that last fight is kind of maybe not, because it had been a little bit of time since I kind of was in the cage. So this time, I think I'm going to take more of a laid-back approach. I don't want to go out there and end it right away, because I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, was just like, let me end this quick. Now I'm just going to look for my opportunity, take it if it's there, be more aware. And that's kind of something that just happens in the game of fighting,
Yep.
It's the split second that something can change the outcome of a fight. Like, if I maybe waited another second for him to just take another step up, honestly, he probably wouldn't have took the fall, is what I think a little bit, but you can't go back and change things,
right.
So, but
I actually saw a lot of those comments on that post were like, clean.
Yeah, there was kind of a little controversy about it.
Yeah.
I think that it was I just wouldn't end a fight like that. Like, I didn't think there was really any reason to end the fight. I think it was more of a cop-out, but there's nothing that, I can't go back and say what he did, and I just know, like, I was wrong in my decision to how I threw the knee, and it ended the fight because of it, So, yeah.
Yeah, is what it is.
Yeah.
Is there anything about your next opponent's like fight style that you see as a challenge coming in?
I wouldn't say I see a challenge in it. His style is kind of more very up in my face,
Yeah.
He's gonna put pressure on, and I think with how I move, I think it's gonna be hard for him to give me the pressure that he wants to give me.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna slow him down a little bit to where he's gonna have to think more, and that's where I can take advantage of the opportunities that come.
Yeah. Is there any, you kind of said like, if you waited the extra second for him to come up, could be a whole different outcome. And that's kind of like comes down to like the mental side of the game.
Yeah.
What like mentally have you done, or even in the past or changed now to prepare for fights mentally?
I think mentally is seeing the fight mentally before it happens, really sitting there and visualizing and taking the time to take a second some days and just visualize the fight and visualize what I want to happen and visualize how I want to move the fighter in the direction I want the fight to go.
Yeah. Paint me the picture of what you're visualizing. Perfect night, perfect weight cut, everything goes your way. How do you finish the job?
Perfect night. I'm thinking a perfect night for me is, first off, making weight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Which I wrestled so long to where the weight cuts for me, they're like any weight cut. Yeah. So that's just nothing I'm too worried about. But a perfect night in the cage is ending the fight in the first round knockout. It's been a while since I can't remember the last time I had like a stoppage.
Yeah.
But I think I need right now. I think I need a well-deserved knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a perfect night for me.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. So let's say that happens. You win the belt. What's next after that? Do you think you're going to defend within like the APFC, or do you want to look for maybe a bigger opportunity and a bigger promotion?
What I think is that I defend the belt, and in September, back here in Wisconsin, that September fight is so win the belt now, defend it in September, and then kind of talk with Anthony and see what options are. But you know, I'm open to the development that I need to take as a fighter. So, you know, nobody goes in and just, I'm gonna smoke everybody. You know, like, it just doesn't happen. There's developmental steps that happen before that, and I'm in the process of those. So it's just getting there and showing up, winning this belt, and then defending it in September, and then kind of seeing where the phone calls come in, you know.
Where, let's say, like, roadmap wise, all the way to the end of your career, what do you want to have accomplished before you hang it up for good?
Before I hang it up, I mean, every fighter's dream is really winning that UFC belt. You know, I think I'm the type of athlete that can definitely make a run for a middleweight title one day, for sure. You know, I got the grit behind me, you know, and the mentality and the athleticism, you know. It's just a matter of me putting it together and having the opportunity to showcase it.
So last question, final message to all the fans that'll be watching, APFC 18, and even to your opponent you'll be fighting.
As far as the message, don't blink, because you know I'm gonna be coming fast. I'm gonna be switching some things up, and if you take a look away for a second, it might be the end of the fight.
Well, good luck, July 27th, and thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Sweet.